Hi guys, just finished up doing the Yosenju deck profile and thought I'd do a quick couple of test hands. Not too many because it is a control deck at the end of the day, so it's not going to be some crazy combo. But just show you the kind of things that it could do, or the route that you take. So yeah, just start with the opening hand. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's not too bad. You kind of always want to see no more, no less really than 2 Yosenjus. But you'd kind of want to see the different ones. But these two are good together, as I said, the Searcher and the Direct Attacker. You've got your Dimensional Fissure and you've got a Blowout card at least. So just Duality, see what you pick up. Not the best. Obviously not going to add the 2, 3, but you just add the Tenki and then search either, sorry, it's a bit messy, so you've got this in your hand. So you'd either search Camel 1 for a bounce, or if you think that maybe this isn't going to be enough playing with the Dimensional and the Tribute, you could search Isna, and then the example would be that you don't, because you want Isna to draw, but you need another Yosenju on the field. I would never normal Kama 3 because this is your good Yosenju in comparison to Kama 2, and if it gets hit with an Imperm or a Veiler after the normal summon, it will not only not normal summon another monster, but it won't return to your hand because it's an activated effect as well. So but yeah, good normal Kama 3, normal your Isna, use the effect, draw. Oh, and you got the Kama 1 anyway. So then this 2 will return to your hand. Didn't draw any hand traps though, but you've got a Dimension Fissure and a Torrential Tribute to sit through. And then in your opponent's turn, well, after they do their thing, kind of unfortunate you drew another monster, but it's fine because this is the example I was saying where you swarm to literally go 1, 2, 3, 1, Isna. If you didn't want them to respond to these normal summons, if 4 is going to be enough, or if you just want to make Exciton Knight or something like that, you can discard Isna to stop your opponent responding to your normal summons. And then you've got a bounce off of Camel 1, a bounce off of your other Camel 1. When you attack, regardless, you'll be able to attack directly and then search your Yosenju Sword Sting for extra interruption. You could also, one thing that's important to say is that I would always do the attack and the search with Kama 3 before drawing, because you really don't want to draw into your sword sting. So I'd always get the search and then do your draw. Yeah, as well as that, you can then also, if you can't attack over something, so even though you've bounced 2 monsters or whatever, if you can't attack over, you'd attack directly, use the effect of Kama 3, and then you'd search your Tsuchik instead of the Sword Sting, because you could use it just after you search it to make these guys gain 1,000. So he's on 16 plus the 100, 17, 27. So it's just a bit more removal. But yeah, or as I say, you could have the removal with summoning Chidori. Again, I would always keep the Kama 3 for this search. So if you're doing an XZ, in this example, I would XZ using Kama 2 and Isna. In that case, you obviously want to use your draw first. But that's kind of just the thinking behind playing this, because when you're playing the Yosenju, you kind of have to play. You have to play pretty accurately, because it's they're pretty kind of silly, underwhelming monsters. So, but they can do plays if you do it correctly. But you don't want to mess up. So just simple things like Isna drawing the trap. It's just you need all the pluses you can get. Using the correct monsters for XZ, normaling your bad camo first. So in that example, I know I went with camo 1, but I probably would have done 2. And just remembering things like where they can only normal summon a different camo. I couldn't go camo 2, camo 3, 1, Isna, because the ones can't summon themselves. I'll just do one more. That took far longer than I expected. But let's just do another Tessan. So TT, Nibiru, camo 2, camo 1. So going first, this can't really do anything, because you can't draw. You didn't draw any spells. The good thing about this deck kind of is that although it seems and will seem to your opponent that it's a heavy trap lineup, going second or things, you can really swap out a lot of them for things like your D shifter and your kaijus, and evenly. I mean, you're not often setting evenly. So actually, sometimes the spell removal is not that they'll side in doesn't come up too relevant. Anyway, yeah, not too much to say. Just that your opponent has to get through a TT and a Nibiru. Then obviously draw for turn. I mean, a gamma is good, and you just as I say, normal camo 2, normal 1, normal your 2 chick, and use this effect to bounce the token, Nibiru token, attack through. Use the effect first. You have to use this in your main phase to target your monster. Otherwise, the battling in the damage step, that's the discard effect. But so don't forget to use his effect before entering the battle phase. And then, as I say, if they've got a field spell or something, you just XZ for Chidori, send a set spell, a set card, so it can even be a monster, and then just target their field spell, put it back on top of their deck, no pluses. And then, but if not, this will then end phase return to your hand. If you didn't need to XZ, these all return to your hand. You've got your TT. The second they get rid of your Nibiru, then you've got a live gamma as well that we drew. So it's just, like I say, maintaining these monsters in your hand, maintaining the resources. Apart from that, it's just kind of thinking the plays through. The whole reason that I didn't run the trap trick was because I don't like my opponent knowing what traps I have or what I'm going to use, because the timing of things can be really impactful, because I try and do the torrential tribute as late as possible, so it kind of, you want to blindside your opponent. Forgot to mention another trap you could use that I suddenly thought of is Drowning Mirror Force. So when your opponent attacks directly, shuffle all attack position monsters into the deck. So that's another really impactful card, but it does rely on your opponent they probably already made the board if they're going to the battle phase. So I opt not to run that one. I know I said only do one more, but let's do one more. Hopefully get some spells. Drawing Extravagance is Extravagance and Duality. Or drawing, if you draw one of each of the spells, you're golden. So just do. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, you've got at least a draw. Now this is a perfect example of too many monsters. So yeah, so in this example, not much more you could do than normal Kama 2, normal Isna, get you another draw, right? So you'd just be sat on, these would then return to hand, and you'd be sat on a Nibiru and a Crackdown. Nibiru in your opponent's turn, at least you've got the token bounce, and you know, all the rank 4 plays. But yeah, that's an example why I don't run too many of the Yosenjus. I think I only run 11, I believe. So double Isna, we only run 2, so that's unfortunate. But I think that the ratio, I don't think running triple Kama 2 is right. And as I say, the only reason I really run 2 Isna is because the discard effect to stop your opponent from responding comes up a lot more than, say, the attack effect of Suchik. And also, if you are under Mystic Mine, you know, normal draw attack, you can really just, you're drawing 2 every turn with him. Anyway, an underwhelming hand to finish on, but that's just an example of kind of how to play, how I would play these decks. Just a little insight into how I think it will go. But yeah, as I say, the sides, playing second, sometimes just playing with these cards instead, it's just complete blowout. And then that's when that swarm of, you know, if I drew 4 monsters and the swarm, the attack, double cowboy, that's when that would come in clutch. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this this video. I'll catch you in the next one.